Hi everyone, welcome back to Edu-Astro. Today we take our concept series to the next level and we are going to discuss about the Sade Sati and this specific one over the moon. Last time we had shown you what exactly is Sade Sati, the concept of Sade Sati. This time we are going to talk about when Saturn transits over moon, that type of Sade Sati and the most discussed one. So we have with us Yogita ji and Renu ji from Edu-Astro, and they are masters in their own fields. So we are going to have a discussion, and you will find a lot of great inputs coming in. So welcome Yogita ji, welcome Renu ji to the session today, and let's throw some light on Saraswati so our viewers can be really enlightened.
Hello Kabir ji, hello Renu ji.
Hi Kabiji, hi Yogita.
Thank you. Great. So, as we hear about Saraswati, I have been hearing about Saraswati. We all have been hearing about Saraswati for lots and lots of years, since the time even when we did not know astrology. Right now, if you look at it, Saraswati is like it's a particular transit of Saturn before, over, and after the moon, as we had explained in the previous video, how the Saraswati goes. Now, why is moon important for us to take? That's the most important point. See, on one hand, हम सबको पता है कि the moon represents your mind, emotions, mother, but it also represents your emotional attachments. Now, where does that come from? It comes from your past life karma. Moon is the seed of all karma. And your past life's impressions, the sanskaras, which you have brought with you since a lot of births, right? That's why moon becomes so important for you. And when a planet like Saturn, who is the Ayush Karak, who is the Karma Karak, who is the ultimate judge, he passes over the moon. There is a reason. And that is the reason why the Saraswati is very important. Now, of course, you should always bear in mind that Saraswati is not only the transit of Saraswati you should be concerned with. A lot of things would also depend upon the basic natal chart promises and the dashas and the patterns you are running. So Saraswati is not good, Saraswati is not bad. There are many good and bad results. It's totally upon your discretion. But you must understand the use of Saraswati. Okay. Now, when Saturn will move 12th from moon, second over the moon, and second the moon, that's the first phase, second phase, and third phase of Saraswati will happen. Here, Saturn is going to help you restructure your emotional framework. See, the Saraswati comes across in every almost 30 years. So, in 30 years, so many things happen with us. Saturn comes across and restructures the framework for your own benefit. So, that's why it's important. So basically, the purpose is to purify our relationships with ourselves, with others, and how we perceive security. Moon is security. So, how do we perceive security is what Saraswati is all about. Okay. So, this is not a punishment. This is a cycle of purification. And the goals of Saturn in the Saraswati is to burn emotional dependencies, break toxic emotional patterns, and heal fear, guilt, and illusions. Yogita ji, Renu ji, your expert inputs on this particular introduction of Saraswati. It's very important for all our viewers to understand.
जैसे कबीर जी ने समझाया कि साढ़े साथी इज योर इमोशनल रीसेट और इट इज revisiting your thought patterns and how you perceive things. As I feel, it's a period when the best teacher is mentoring you, guiding you, and helping you. कि वो अपनी सोच पे सोचने के लिए वो आपको मजबूर कर देता है because there are certain things, certain activities which you have done in your past life which needs correction at this level, and that is why he has come to guide you and correct you.
जैसा कि आपने और योगिता ने कहा, क्योंकि साढ़े साती में जो सैटर्न है वो टीचर है, वो हमें वो लेसन सिखाना चाहते हैं जो कि हमें इस लाइफ में हमें लर्न करना है, जिसके लिए हमारा जन्म हुआ है.
Yes, perfect. So that is the concept. और उसी कॉन्सेप्ट के बेसिस पर हमारा साढ़े साथी बनता है. नाउ जो तीन फेजेस हमने बात करी, The first phase is when the Saturn is 12th from Moon. Now, why does this come? Because the main will come when the Saturn is going over Moon. So before that, Saturn will prepare you. Prepare you for what? Emotional isolation and letting go. These are the two main themes of preparation. इसका मतलब ये नहीं सब छोड़ छाड़ के बैठ जाए. No, it's not that. See, psychologically, you might feel that there is a fear of abandonment, or you might say you start thinking, overthinking, or you might have anxieties about a lot of uncertainties. These things can start creeping in. You might even say that, oh my God, what am I doing? ये नौकरी क्यों कर रहा हूं? मैं चलता हूं यहां से. That can also happen, right? Physically, you might say that, oh, anxiety बहुत ज्यादा है, नींद नहीं आ रही है, insomnia, fatigue, hormonal stress, things like this can happen. Because from a karmic standpoint, Saturn is preparing you to settle unresolved past life emotional karma. When that starts, अंदर से बहुत churning होता है. Like the Mandar Parvat churning, which happened, Samudra Manthan. अंदर से बहुत churning होता है. Now, you might also feel that I'm ignored, लोग समझ नहीं रहे हैं, right? Key relationships are distanting. Why? Because Saturn wants you to understand where you have to go, where you must go, you need something else. So what has got you here will not get you there. So uski preparation chalu hota hai. Okay. So here, what you need to do, Saturnian qualities ko imbibe karna. You got to stay humble, help others, and avoid escapism. Escapism is the biggest enemy of the first phase of Sade Sati, biggest enemy for you. Because the more you are attuned with Saturn, the more you do hard work, you are going to see great results which Saturn bestows on you. You might not like it. Liking and not liking is totally up to you. But the end results of a Sade Sati is always for your betterment. So the first phase gets you this. And of course, you can do a lot of other stuff like Hanuman Stotra, Shani Stotra, lighting a diya under the people tree, avoiding alcohol, non-vegetarian. But these are fine. You can do it. But that's not what Saturn wants really. What Saturn really wants is truthfulness, helping the needy, and being true to yourself and super hard work. That's how you go through the first phase of Saraswati. Yogita ji and Renu ji, your inputs please on the first phase.
हाँ जी, when Saturn is transiting 12 from your moon, as you said, first phase, ये मेरा पर्सनल ऑब्जर्वेशन है, मैंने जितने चार्ट्स को स्टडी किया है, Saturn gives you a platform. वो शांति से एक जगह पे बैठा है, वो देख रहे हैं, वो प्लेटफॉर्म ऐसे आपको देता है, मतलब वो आपको ऐसे सिचुएशन में लेकर आता है where how you react, how you take the situation, how you behave, what you do, all your actions are recorded. ये मैंने जो सैटर्न का जो फर्स्ट फेज है इसमें मैंने काफी लोगों को देखा है, और इसमें काफी आप में भी आपके लिए भी वो इंट्रोस्पेक्शन का एक फेज होता है, बट हाउ मेनी पीपल अंडरस्टैंड दिस करेक्टली एंड हाउ मेनी डू नॉट इज अ रियल टेस्टिंग फेज फॉर पीपल हु आर इन द फ्लो ऑफ साढ़े साथी. बिकॉज जैसे ही आप सेकंड फेज को टच करते हो, whatever you did when he had given you the platform, now it is time where he is going to show you the mirror कि भाई देखो ये था आपके सामने and this is how you did and this is what you are going to get.
Yeah, it's like joining a job and then you are on training in the first phase. In the second phase, you are on the practical front where your training is tested. And third phase, आप जाइए और अपना काम करिए. So मिरर दिखा देंगे सेकंड फेज में, उसके लिए तैयारी फर्स्ट फेज की. रेणु जी, योर एक्सपर्ट इनपुट्स.
According to me, if we have to also see the placement of Saturn, if you are getting the negative or positive effects of Sade Sati or first phase of Sade Sati, you have to see the Saturn placement. According to that also you can get the experience.
यस, दिस इज अ वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट जो हमने पहली डिस्कशन के सबसे पहले मैं बोला कि यू हैव टू ऑलवेज इंश्योर दैट यू लुक एट योर नेटल चार्ट. उसके प्रोमिसेस और पैटर्न क्या है और दशा क्या चल रही है, आप उसको साइड नहीं कर सकते हो. सो उसके हिसाब से जब आप देखोगे आपको और अच्छी तरह समझ में आएगा. ऑफ कोर्स फॉर दैट आइदर यू नीड टू नो एस्ट्रोलॉजी और यू मस्ट लर्न इट और आस्क समबडी हु नोज द सब्जेक्ट. बट दिस इज an extremely important point जहां पे कि you must put your focus to understand what type of results, or what type of events can you expect during the first phase, or rather all the phases? Great. Now let's move on to the second phase. Second phase में क्या होता है? When Saturn is going over the moon, right? Here, Saturn is going to emotionally attack you, or rather, attack the weakest points which are there in you, because Saturn wants to make you strong. So आपको लग सकता है कि आपका इमोशनल ब्रेकडाउन हो रहा है, लेकिन नहीं, it is not emotional breakdown. Saturn is trying to hit the exact weak points so that you work on that and make them strong, so that you get purified from your emotional aura standpoint. सो साइकोलॉजिकली आपको लग सकता है कि आई एम अंडर डिप्रेशन, मुझे डिप्रेशन हो रहा है, बट डिप्रेशन का क्लिनिकल definition is very different. So don't think everything is depression. You might feel low, you might feel uncharged. Yes, that is possible. Numbness feel हो सकती है. You might feel an identity crisis. मैं कौन हूं, मैं क्या कर रहा हूं, what am I doing? Now, physically, you might, depending upon your chart and your body constitution, you might see that there is a nervous upload, overload, or appetite में issues है, sleep issues है, right? The biggest thing which happens in the second phase is that a lot of karmas which we have not focused on, a lot of actions which we have not focused on, either in previous life or in the past 30 years, they are put in front of us so that we complete them. That is very, very important for your growth. It might be that I have taken something from somebody and not given something in return. So right now, when something is taken away from us, it might seem as a major loss to us, but actually the debts are being settled. There can be separation from jobs, separation from partners, separation from your own old identity. All types of separations, because what has got you here will not get you there. So Saturn is preparing you for all that. And then the inner death and rebirth of the individual means there will be a new you which will be born. So, of course, this is Saturn. Saturn is very harsh. So, it will not be easy, but it will be for your benefit. So, the aim of Saturn in the second phase is basically to break your illusion, break your dependencies, and break the ego tied to your emotions, or the holding which you do. You try to hold on to things which are keeping you back and not letting you move forward. That is what Saturn breaks off. Yogda ji, Renu ji, special points on the second phase.
हाँ जी, हाँ जी, हाँ जी, जरूर. Well, I would say from personal experience, this is the most beautiful period of your life, where I would say कि आप ना हाथ ऊपर करके बस बैठ जाओ, because Saturn मून के ऊपर से जा रहा है, आपके इमोशनल थॉट प्रोसेस से जा रहा है, आपके थिंकिंग पैटर्न के ऊपर से कर्मफल दाता का ट्रांजिट हो रहा है. तो इट इज गोइंग टू कंपेल यू टू चेंज योर थॉट प्रोसेस in every aspect of your life. This is the actual period, or I can say this 2.5 years ka period is the actual period where your karma surfaces like anything and everything which surrounds you, everything which comes in front of you is everything related to your karma and your past birth deeds. Nobody is going to help you settle your past birth dues but Saturn during this phase. I would say just enjoy this phase of 2.5 years, especially when Saturn is exact over your moon, and let it take care. It's going to act as a beautiful filter to clean off all your karmic toxic bondages.
Yes. Super. Renu ji?
यस, एक मेरा यहाँ पे एक पर्सनल वो है, चार्ट एक्सपीरियंस है जो कि मैंने बहुत सारे चार्ट्स में देखा है. एज हम सब जानते हैं कि सैटर्न टास्क मास्टर है, डिसिप्लिन के लिए और पेशेंस के लिए जाना जाता है, और आपने जो बोया है वही मिलेगा. तो मैंने देखा है कि आप जिस फील्ड में सबसे ज़्यादा मेहनत करते हो वहाँ पे आपको नहीं सफ़र करना पड़ता, वहाँ पे आपको इनफेक्ट और अच्छा होता है वो आपकी लाइफ में. जिस चीज़ में अगर आपने प्रोफेशन में अब मेहनत किया है तो आप प्रोफेशनली ग्रो करते हो, और जिस चीज़ को आपने इग्नोर किया है उसमें आपको सफरिंग आती है। लाइक अगर आपने हेल्थ को इग्नोर किया अपने प्रोफेशन के लिए, तो आप प्रोफेशन में डेफिनेटली ग्रो करोगे, लेकिन आपका हेल्थ सफर करेगा।
यस।
तो ऐसा मैंने एक्सपीरियंस किया है इस पीक पीरियड में। और मैंने ये भी देखा है कि बहुत डिवोटेड लोग हैं लेकिन सफरिंग आती है। जहां जहां भी कहते हैं ना कि नहीं भाई, ये तो वो कह रहे हैं जो सैटर्न ये चाहता है वही कर रहे हैं, सब काम कर रहे हैं, डिसिप्लिन भी है, वो बहुत अच्छे से टास्क मास्टर भी हैं, और बहुत अच्छे कर्मा कर्मा भी है, बट सफरिंग है। क्योंकि उनको, जैसा भी योगिता ने कहा, पास्ट बर्थ के कर्म को काटना है, तो आपको उससे गो थ्रू होना ही पड़ेगा।
परफेक्ट। बिकॉज सैटर्न वहीं पे आपको हिट करेंगे जहां पे आपका वीक पॉइंट्स है। वीक पॉइंट मतलब जहां पे आपने काम नहीं किया है, क्योंकि आप उनको उसे स्ट्रांग करना है। एकदम परफेक्ट ऑब्जर्वेशन है, एंड दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर ऑल व्यूअर्स। प्लीज रिमेंबर दिस, दिस विल कम इन हैंडी when you think otherwise of Saraswati, right? Now let's talk about the last phase, the third phase, when the Saturn is second from Moon. It has gone over Moon and now it is moved ahead, second from Moon. Now here, Saturn has taught you a lot of things in the last 5 years. 7.5 years of Saraswati, two and a half, two and a half. First 5 years, Saturn has taught you a lot of things, given you opportunities, helped you settle your karmas, done a lot of things for you. Now it expects you to be on the job and do the job. You're in the production. So here, Saturn wants you to behave with emotional maturity, what he has taught you. Realign your emotions in the manner, thought process, and actions in the manner that he has taught you. So, psychologically, Saturn expects emotional intelligence and grounded response to your environment, to your work, to your actions. Physically, Saturn will help you stabilize your health, provided you'll do the things exactly what is required to do. And the clarity, the mental clarity about your health, about your life, about your work, about relationships, about every aspect of life, the clarity will return and you will see things starting to stabilize. But here also you need patience. You are still in your first year of job. From a karma standpoint, a lot of emotional karma gets completed for that phase, and relationships are rebuilt with clarity. This is the biggest reward which you get. You might see that in the first 5 years during the entire Saraswati, people whom you thought were X, they came out to be as Y. It is possible. So you will be learning new things about a lot of people and then decide as to what should be your new things, new circles, new network to move forward, right? Then when you do this, you will see you will be able to garner very new healthier relationships and get a lot of inner stability. And then Saturn will leave you for 30 years and you will do your task. And then after 30 years, again, Saturn comes back and tests you. Okay, whatever I had taught, have you executed it properly? That is what the third phase is all about. Yogita ji, Renu ji, your special comments.
हाँ, ये 5 साल बिफोर द फाइनल फेज ऑफ सैटर्न कंक्लूड्स, सैटर्न ने आपको आग में तपाया। ये जो रिमेनिंग 2.5 years है, आग में तप के सोना बाहर आया। This
Hmm.
is what the last 2.5 years का phase of Saturn is going to give you. Congratulations, you are on an absolutely new path of life. You have a fresh view of everything around you, within you. And one more skill set has been added in you is emotional maturity and being matured responsibility wise also, because आपका विजन बदलता है। सैटर्न ने ये 5 साल में आपको दिखाया है क्या आपका है और क्या पराया है, उसमें से आपको पिक करना है। और दूसरी बात, journey of 5 years, it has given you, make sure that you don't succumb to attachment, which is the cause, which is the outcome of any desire, so that you don't set a blueprint of your next birth, ताकि आप जन्म और मृत्यु के चक्रव्यूह से बाहर आने की कोशिश करें।
यस, जैसा भी योगिता ने ये बोला कि ये जो 5 years जो उन्होंने निकाला है, जो उनका फिजिकल, मेंटल एंड साइकोलॉजिकल लेवल पे जो चर्निंग हुई है, उससे डेफिनेटली वो एक्सेप्टेंस आ जाता है। अब उनके अंदर स्टेबिलिटी आने लगती है, चीजों को देखने समझने का बिल्कुल फ्लिप साइड हो जाता है। अब वो मोर डीप इन वे में चीजों को समझने लगते हैं।
Yes. So, all in all, what Saturn wants us to do is before the Saraswati starts, we are emotionally reactive. Saturn wants us to be emotionally stable. We are dependent on others. Saturn wants us to be self regulated. We are living in illusions. Saturn wants us to face the truths and live on truth. And we have fear, guilt, and attachment. Saturn wants us to be aware and respect whatever is there and respect yourself the most. So, all in all, in the entire Sadesati phase, Saturn helps you with a lot of great things. One, it breaks your emotional autopilot. It burns your unconscious karmic patterns. It helps you build emotional resilience, self reliance, and maturity. See, the key insight here you must remember, everybody must remember, is that Sarasati is not a phase to be feared about. It is not a phase where it removes emotions. No, it removes emotional distortions. That's what is Sarasati about. So, जितने भी misconceptions हैं साड़े को लेकर, जितना डराया जाता है, we made this video so that you understand the real essence and the importance of साड़े we have seen great results and great things coming out of Saraswati in different charts with different clients in different phases of life. We have seen great things. Sometimes we have also seen that it has been a very, very hard phase, but every time the clients have come back and told us that it was a very required phase and it's good that it happened. Now we are on the correct track. So that is the importance of Saraswati. Don't be afraid of Saturn. Don't be afraid of Saraswati. Yogita ji, Renu ji, your inputs and any special remedies which people can do during this phase. And of course, the biggest remedy is hard work. Apart from that,
डेफिनेटली। जैसे अभी कबीर जी आप बोल रहे थे कि साढ़े साथ ही जब हम बोलते हैं वेर सैटर्न इज ओवर अबाउ बिलो मून, दैट मीन्स इन शॉर्ट सैटर्न इज जस्ट होवरिंग अराउंड योर मून एंड द हाउसेस वेयर योर मून इज प्लेस्ड इन योर चार्ट. We have heard a lot of time emotional upheaval, transformation, mental disturbance, and everything. So, in short, I would say कि जो भी आपके बॉडीली चेंजेस होते हैं, यू आई मीन पीपल अंडरस्टैंड के जोड़ों में दर्द है, जॉइंट पेन है, ये है वो है साढ़े साथी की वजह से. लेट्स नॉट प्ले ब्लेम गेम ओवर हियर. लेट्स नॉट ब्लेम द प्लैनेट फॉर एनीथिंग बिकॉज
yes,
वी आर द वंस हु नीड टू बी ब्लेम्ड फॉर एवरीथिंग rather than blaming that best teacher you have in your chart. ये हालांकि एक्चुअल सेंस में कोई मेडिकल इश्यू सैटर्न नहीं देता बिकॉज इट्स अ कारक फॉर लॉन्जेविटी. सैटर्न आपके आयुष्य को, आपके
right.
आयुष्य कारक, जैसे कबीर जी ने बिल्कुल शुरुआत में कहा, बिल्कुल सही कहा उन्होंने. तो ये जो बिकॉज इट इज होवरिंग ऑन अबव एंड अराउंड योर मून, आप मेंटली वो चीज को जैसे लेते हो, आपका जो परसेप्शन होता है मेंटली, जिसकी वजह से आपको लगता है कि मेरे को ये तकलीफ है, ये दिक्कत है. सैटर्न को कोई शौक नहीं है आपको फिजिकल इश्यूज देने के लिए, वो जस्ट आपका इमोशनल हेल्थ रिस्ट्रक्चर कर रहा है. अब कमिंग टू रेमेडीज, as Kabir ji you rightly said, working hard, putting in efforts is the best remedy. I won't say succumb to the situation, but I would say कि अगर आपकी गलती है तो भाई मान लो कि ये गलती मुझसे हुई है. Saturn is all set to handhold you, but people do want remedies on a materialistic level. तो मैं ये एक ही कहूंगी कि every Saturday go and offer oil to Hanuman ji ki, I mean Hanuman ji ka idol. Yeah, you can also use that remedy which I have seen working wonders for many people. आटा और चीनी को मिक्स करके चींटियों को खिलाओ, फीडिंग ब्लैक एंड्स ऑन सैटरडे. दिस रेमेडी हैज वर्क मिराक्युलसली फॉर मेनी पीपल.
जैसा कि हमने देखा कि साढ़े साती जो है वो लाइफ चेंजिंग पीरियड है। किसी को हम यहाँ पे बहुत कुछ सीखते हैं। कुछ चीजें जैसा कि आपने कहा, हार्ड वर्क बहुत इसमें मैंडेटरी है। इसके साथ साथ ही हार्ड वर्क के साथ साथ हमें कंफर्ट जोन से भी बाहर आने का ये टाइम होता है। हर्डल्स के थ्रू हमें स्ट्रेटजी बनाना सिखाता है कि हम कैसे काम करें हर्डल्स से। उसके बाद स्ट्रेस को कैसे हैंडल करें, साथ ही साथ ईगो को कैसे हम अपने कंट्रोल में करें। कई बार ईगो की वजह से ही लॉस ऑफ सेल्फ रिस्पेक्ट फील करते हैं और उसकी वजह से बहुत प्रॉब्लम आती है। और हाँ, एक बात और मैं कहूंगी कि एक शॉर्ट टर्म लॉस से आपको लॉन्ग टर्म गेन है। आप लाइफ अगर आप बैठ के पीछे मुड़ के देखते हैं तो आपको बहुत सारी चीजें लगता है कि ये आपका बेस्ट पीरियड है जहाँ पे आपने बहुत कुछ सीखा है। तो ये है एक योगिता ने रेमेडीज की बात है, जैसा योगिता ने अभी बताया वो तो है ही। साथ में सैटर्न के पीरियड में अगर आप सैटरडे को एल्डरली लोगों को, होमलेस लोगों को, जो भी गरीब लोग हैं उनको कुछ आप खाने को देते हैं, वो भी बहुत बेस्ट वर्क करता है। ऐसा मैंने देखा है बहुत लोगों को ये रेमेडी करते हुए।
फैंटास्टिक, अमेजिंग इनपुट्स। मैं तो लास्ट में खाली एक ही चीज बोलूंगा सबके लिए कि डोंट बी अफ्रेड ऑफ साढ़े सती, डरिए मत साढ़े सती से, एम्ब्रेस इट। लुक एट योर दशा, लुक एट योर नेटल चार्ट, व्हाट आर द प्रोमिसेस, वर्क टुवर्ड्स इट, फुल ऑन हार्ड वर्क करिए। ये जो रेमेडीज आपको मिली है, प्लीज ट्राई आउट करिए। डिपेंडिंग अपॉन योर दशा, things can work. But of course, if you want some real good advice and all that stuff, you can consult any astrologer. That's different. But main चीज जो रेणु जी ने बोली ना, वो इतनी इंपॉर्टेंट है, यू कैन नॉट फॉरगेट इट। पास के फायदे के लिए दूर के नुकसान को नजरअंदाज नहीं कर सकते। एंड दैट इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट यू शुड मेक आउट ऑफ योर साडेसती। Do everything right now, finish everything right now, whatever you have not finished, and let Saturn bless you. With that, Yogita ji, Renu ji, thank you very much for today's amazing inputs and this session. We will very soon conduct another one and get newer things to our viewers. Till then, please take care, like, share, subscribe, and see you next time. Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you,
bye.
Kabir. Thank you, Kabir ji. Thank you, Renu. Thank you, everyone.
या थैंक यू एवरीवन, थैंक यू कबीर, थैंक यू योगिता।